back to the YouTube channel of Pro Enzo Vids, and it's back. It's back for 2023, and I'm pleased to announce that my Super League tips for every week is officially back on now. It's great to have the Super League back, first of all. It's obviously been way too long. Haven't seen a bit of Super League since October last year, so it's great to have the footy back for the Super League, and you know, there's no doubt this year I'll be a lot more consistent with making my tips for the Super League. Even though it was my first year last year, I did majority of my Super League tips every week. There were some patches where I just didn't do them, so it's gonna be best going forward if I do make an effort to do it every week. And as well as my St Helens preview, so every time St Helens play a game, I preview the game afterwards. So there was definitely a couple of months there where I slacked off and didn't do any of that. So I will get back to doing that soon. So don't worry, the Super League content this year is going to get bigger and better. So I do appreciate all the viewers who are from England and who watch Super League that continue to watch my channel, and any Super League content I do, it really means a lot. And I can guarantee and assure to you guys that, you know, bigger and better things are coming with the Super League and stuff like that. So good content, the Super League coming up. But yeah, no, look, it's going to be a big week ahead. Like, looking at the first game that kicks it all off, it's Warrington Wolves and the Leeds Rhinos, which should be a great game. Then you've got Leigh Leopards playing their first game in I'm not sure how long, but they're back in the Super League again, with obviously Toulouse getting relegated again. So you know, they come in Leigh, and they were good last year, so they'll come up from the Champion League and play Salford in their first game back in the Super League. Another game to look out for is St Helens and Huddersfield, but I believe with St Helens and Huddersfield it's going to be postponed. So they're going to switch the days probably, because St Helens play Penrith on the Saturday for the World Club Challenge, and you know, you can't back up that quickly from playing against Huddersfield in England. So it'll be changed, I think. So we'll see how it pans out, I guess. But without further ado, time to get into my Super League Round 1 tips of 2023. The footy is back. So on to the first game that kicks it all off for the Super League in 2023. It is the Warrington Wolves taking on the Leeds Rhinos on the Thursday there at 8 PM. So obviously in Australia it's most likely to be 7 o'clock in the morning. So I should be up, and yeah, well, I'll be up for work, but I'll be able to watch it, I guess, on the way to work. But yeah, it's Warrington and Leeds at the home ground of Warrington at Halliwell Jones Stadium. So both sides are out. So obviously looking at Warrington, they've got Matt Duffy at fullback, and then Ratchford's there, who's obviously a player I really rate. Williams and Josh Drinkwater, the new halfback they've signed. So I'm keen to see how that combination goes. Darryl Clark at hooker, and then you've got Paul Vaughan playing his first game for Warrington as well. And then Cassiano on the bench will be big for them as well. So they've made a pretty decent side, Warrington, and I think they're going to do some big things this year if they get it right. And as for Leeds, looking at their team, well, their team pretty much is what I think it would have been anyway. Fusitua's on the wing, despite some concerns that he may... is he on the wing? Because, I don't know, not their full team's been named. It seems like the numbers are numbers are jumbled, so... he has number 2 on his back, so I'm assuming he's playing there. But anyway, yeah, despite having some concerns he might leave and stuff like that, he's still been named for Leeds. Tedavano, Marsden. So yeah, it's a team that I've expected to be named, but just I find it weird that some of their players have been taken away from there and the numbers are a bit jumbled. But who am I tipping this game? Look, it's the first game of the year, obviously, and obviously it's at the home ground Warrington, so I think there'll be no better way for Warrington to kick off their year and secure a win over Leeds. I know Leeds have obviously got more advantage as they had a better year last year, obviously, but I don't know. I'm tipping a bit of an upset. I mean, it's not the biggest upset, but I think that because it's at home and it's a new year, I do think the Y have a lot to aspire to, and I do think they'll get the win here. So I'll go the Y here, 1-12. On to the next game on the Friday, and this is at 7:30 PM. So in Australia, it will be 6:30 AM. This game will be kicking off at. So again, I'll be up for it. It is Wakefield Trinity taking on the Catalans Dragons, and look, no team's been named yet for some reason, but I think going off what I really think about these two sides, Wakefield don't have much going for them in 2023. They're obviously clear favourites to get relegated. So, but there's definitely talent there, but I just think that they don't have enough to compete with the better sides. I think, like, most sides are probably above them, if anything. And as for Catalans, you know, Catalans are I don't know. They've really fallen from grace, Catalans. But I do think that their team's a lot better than what Wakefield have to offer anyway. So, look, if anything, I know it's at Wakefield's home ground, but I'll tip Catalans to win here. I'm going to say Catalans here 13+. I think they'll win at BWell Support Stadium. Now on to the third game, round one. It is the Leigh Leopards playing their first real Super League game in a couple of years now, and they're taking on the Salford Red Devils, who were the surprise packet last year. And this is played at Leigh Sports Village Stadium, so obviously Leigh's home ground. And yeah, this will be 7 AM my time, so yeah, on Friday as well. So I'm looking forward to it. We'll see what Leigh can do, because obviously they stood out in the championship competition. So let's see if the same result can benefit them in the Super League. But Salford, you know, are really strong themselves. They've got a great team with Laffey, and you know, they're really building up to be something fantastic. I think, and Brodie Croft's re-signed as well for another, I think another 8 or 7 years, or it's until 2030. So that there is another 7 years actually. So it's big news for Salford and their club. But, you know, I'll keep it short and sweet, because both sides have not named their teams yet for some reason. So I will go Salford here 1-12, and only 1-12 actually, because I do think Leigh will turn up for their first game, especially at home as well. But Salford for me are winners. And on to the next game. It is Hull KR taking on the Wigan Warriors, and this game is at the home ground of Hull KR at Craven Park. And, you know, obviously both sides again don't have their sides named, so it's a weird one why some clubs have their teams named and some don't. But yeah, Hull KR, this year I don't rate them. I mean, I could be wrong with Hull KR, as they're a very inconsistent side, but have made some alright changes to their squad. But again, they're a tough one to really get a read on, in my opinion. And as for Wigan, although they have Wigan going backwards a little bit, they're still going to be in the top 6. There's no doubt about that. They'll definitely compete again for another title, I assume. But I don't know. There's something about them this year that I think they'll go a bit backwards. I don't know. But I've got them becoming 5th this year. So, but, you know, in this game, I know it's at Hull KR's ground, and obviously it's a big advantage to them. But I still think Wigan have enough class to overpower the Kingston Rovers. So I'll go Wigan here by 1-12. On to the next game now. It is Hull FC taking on the Castleford Tigers at, and this is on Sunday here. So Sunday, 19th of February at 3 PM. So it'll be 2 AM here. Going into Monday, it'll be 2 AM here. So unlikely to watch this one. But it is Hull FC taking on the Castleford Tigers at MKM Stadium in Hull. And, you know, this is a tough game, because I see both sides having breakout years, if anything. Like, obviously, I have Castleford really having a big season, going close to the top 6, if you saw my ladder prediction. And Hull FC, I don't have my top 6, but they are a team that can really strike and be a good side if they have most of their players playing. So it's a really tough one, actually, because I don't know where to go on this one. It's very tough. And again, no sides have been named for this one, which is unfortunate. But Hull FC and Castleford, eh? Oh, look, I'll go, not an upset, but I'll go Castleford to spoil the party at Hull. I think they'll go to Hull and get a win. I know it's Hull FC's first game at home to start the year, which is good for them and big boost for them. But I think Castleford this year I rate a lot higher. And I think Castleford will, you know, be a lot more, I guess, better in most areas when they play. So I'll back in the Cass here, probably by 1-12 as well. And on to the final game for the week. It is St Helens taking on the Huddersfield Giants at Totally Wicked Stadium. So it's great to be back at St Helens for our first game at home to start the year. So, look, like I said at the start, this match has been postponed because of the World Club Challenge on Saturday. And it said before where they were playing, like what day they were playing at. But, yeah, they've changed it now, so I can't see when the next date they'll play. But, yeah, they have to sort that out, obviously. So I don't know. It's a tough one, because St Helens obviously would be the clear favourites, and obviously I'd pick them, so I will back them in this game. But with Huddersfield and stuff like that, you know, I really rate Ian Watson as a coach and their side coming into this year. I think they're dark horses to finish in the top 3. Don't have them there, but I have them definitely really close to finishing there. So I think that they're a side to look out for in 2023. But, you know, I will tip St Helens, despite no teams being named in this one either. But I wouldn't be shocked if Huddersfield won, only because of you know, the sort of situation where we play against you know, Penrith in Sydney, and it's a really tough backup from. So I think I wouldn't be shocked if Huddersfield won, but Stafford, I'll tip Saints here, 1 to 12 only though. But everyone, that there is my 2023 Betfred Super League Round 1 tips. So like I said, the content of the Super League will be bigger and better this year, and I hope you'll enjoy it. So again, if you're new watching the channel right now, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and comment your tips in the comment section down below on what you believe will happen this weekend. So enjoy your Super League weekend, and I hope it's a good week.